Hi guys, so we decided to make another video today, and as you can see here we have a little jar full of popsicle sticks with all our ideas on them. So we have a big list of like 70 something ideas.
Yeah, I mean like there's this that's like double-sided. You can't read it, it's too far away, and that's probably a good thing.
It's super tiny handwriting.
It's like double-sided and then some extra ones we came up with on the spot.
Yep. So we've got like 70 something ideas. All of them are on popsicle sticks in this jar. So a couple days ago we were texting, just talking, and we decided to pull out a popsicle stick for today's video, which is the worst movies we have ever seen. Our top two for each.
Number 58 on the list.
Yes.
And so yeah, so we're gonna like talk about, I mean like, I kind of hoped we'd pull out like a challenge or a game, but
Those were more fun, but
yeah.
we like talking too.
So you have a couple talking ones in a row. But so I was thinking, well we were thinking that we would say the title of the movie and maybe get like a brief explanation of the movie. So in case you haven't seen it, you can not watch it or watch it. And then
Just to see how bad it was, you know.
Yeah. I mean they might be good to you, but to us they might have sucked.
Yeah.
And then maybe if you have a story about it or something, reason why you hate it or something, then yeah. So do you want to start?
Sure, I can start.
Yeah.
I have them written down on my phone, and actually the second one that I had, I thought of the one that I was thinking of before. I couldn't think of my second one earlier, so I'm like, I'll just put down this one, but now I thought of it, so changed to my list.
Okay.
But anyway, so I have them in a list. So the first one that I was very disappointed with came out in 2014. It's called Lucy. Stars Scarlett Johansson as some, well, she's like, I don't know if you've seen the movie. I don't want to like do too many spoilers though. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so she is like basically abducted and like they cut her stomach open and put like to smuggle drugs into another country, and like while she's on the plane, something gets broken inside of that package of drugs and she starts absorbing them into her body, and all of a sudden she's like a superhuman, and like the whole movie it counts down to how much capacity of her brain is being used, and by the end of the movie she reaches 100%. Spoiler alert, sorry.
Got lots of spoiler alerts.
Yes. But anyway, so by the end of the movie, you know, she's like doing these kick flips, like all these cool like kung fu whatever moves. She's like superhuman thing, and she like knows everything. She's using all, because you know there's like a scientific thing that says we only use like 20% of our brains, or however much of our brains. Like there's so much that we don't actually like know what it's for. And so the whole idea of this movie is to be like, what if we could unlock the entire brain? What would we be able to do as humans? So I mean, it's kind of a cool concept, but watching the movie, like, while Scarlett Johansson, yes, she's pretty, and yes, she's whatever, it was really not that well done. Like, I mean, there were some pretty big, like, I'm pretty sure Morgan Freeman was in there at some point.
Then it's definitely a good movie.
But-
Scarlett Johansson, Morgan Freeman.
But the movie itself just was kind of and then by the end, like, she becomes part of, like, the universe. Because she unlocks 100% of her brain's capacity. And so I just was, like, my brother and I went to see it just on a whim, because we were like, I want to see this. It looks kind of cool. We sat there watching it, and we're like, what are we watching? Like, this is just, it was just so stupid. So, anyway, that's my first one.
Okay. So my first one, it's I don't have the date for the movie. It's a fairly recent one, but you might think I'm crazy about this, but the movie Noah, the one with, what's her face from Harry Potter?
Emma Watson.
Watson, yeah.
That's
And,
how I know that, and you don't.
I don't care about Harry Potter. And then Russell Crowe. There's probably some other actors and actresses who are probably famous in there. But my dad and I had heard about how like it was like, well, the movie, just explain that first. The movie, spoiler alert, of course, it's more like different adaptation from like what it is in the Bible of the movie. So it's more, I guess, sci-fi. And the people who wrote it, like, oh, there's a fly in here. Say like it's like a different like perspective on the whole Noah story. So my dad and I, we had heard that it was basically a pretty crappy movie, and we thought, hey, why not just see it? So we borrowed the movie from a friend, and we sat there watching it, and literally 5 minutes in, we decided it was just terrible, because like this whole apple biting thing and a snake thing, it was just like, this is terrible. And we were watching it, and the whole time we were just downing a pizza the whole time too, just wasting our life watching it. And the funny thing about it was the next Sunday we went to church, and my dad jokingly went to our pastor and was like, I've sinned, I've watched Noah. And so that, or just to me, like the first 5 minutes sealed the deal for the movie. It was terrible, and even though it's, I guess, a different adaptation of like, or perspective of how the story goes, it was just terrible because I highly doubt there were fallen angels that were made into rock figures. And
I've actually read books
stuff.
like that have had that in there. Like it's interesting, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
It was definitely a different perspective.
Different
but
adaptation, yeah.
if you're gonna make it like that, make it more.
Make
to
it
the
cooler.
story, I guess.
Yeah, make it fit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Noah.
Yeah, Noah.
Yeah. So I know I said that I remembered what it was, and I forgot to write it down again. So I'm gonna go with what's on my list. This should just be a giant blooper video. Like today's just not my day for thinking, so that's just what's going on. So the second one on my list here is, it actually just came out recently, and I went to go see it with my younger brother, who's 8 years old now, and he loved it, and I was just like, what is this? I mean, there were points, okay, I'll tell you what it is. It's Minions, 2015, obviously, it's relatively recent. I mean, it's, I don't know, like, if you've never seen Despicable Me, which I mean, who hasn't at this point, but,
I haven't seen the second one.
yeah, that one's not really worth watching either.
Okay,
but,
good.
Anyway, so Minions is like a lot of like, I mean, they're cute, cuddly little minion guys, but they run around just speaking gibberish, and then like they're trying to find the baddest master to serve, baddest, most strong master to serve. It's like the whole movie, they're just kind of being chased around places while yelling gibberish. Like there were points where it was funny because I don't know, like little innuendo kind of jokes were made, and as an adult I found them funny. But other than that, it was just really stupid. I mean, my 8-year-old brother's like over the moon about this movie. Like, it's a Minion, it's so funny, ha ha ha. And I'm just like, okay, dude, it's cool. I mean, it's obviously a kid's movie, and I'm obviously not a kid. Kid at heart, okay. But anyway, Minions.
My second one, my final one, obviously. You probably agree to this one. The Nut Job. It has like,
Yeah.
I totally forgot, but like that one comedian guy is the main character. He's the only name I recognize. And
I forget who's in there.
I can see him. He was in Arrested Development too. He was the brother in that. And then also Liam Neeson was in it. He's like a raccoon or something. Anyway, so my parents got it at a Redbox thing, and they're like, hey, we should family night movie. And my dad works nights, so he was out the whole time, just asleep. And I was playing a game on my iPod, and my sister McKenna, who's like 16, I think. I don't know. Yeah, she's 16.
Could be 17 this year, but yes.
Yeah, she's 16. She doesn't care for baseball, and I was playing some baseball game on here, and she, instead of watching the movie, was watching me play baseball, which that's
how bad the movie.
That's how bad it was. Mm-hmm. My mom was reading a book the whole time, and my sisters Caitlin and Emily, who are 13, coming on 14, and 8 years old.
She turned 8 in January.
Yeah, 8. They were just loving it, and Caitlin says now that it was a stupid movie, but she loved it. She wasn't there, but she loved it.
No, my siblings are the same thing.
But we're sitting there, and my mom was saying this is like the worst family movie we've ever seen. It was just right when they had the Gangnam Style thing. I left the room. I was done. My dad was probably the one spared most from it because he was out cold. But yeah, I realized I'm wearing the same shirt as the last video.
Nice.
Yeah.
We are not shooting this on the same day.
No.
I promise. No, I thought that shirt looked familiar. But anyway, so those are our. That's wet. This table's dripping a little bit.
My dad is ice carving, so it's wet around here every once in a while.
Anyway, so that is our take on the worst movies we've ever seen. There's probably some that are worse, but those are the ones that were on the top of our heads.
Or we haven't seen.
We haven't seen.
Yeah, I was gonna put the Hunger Games on there, but
you haven't actually seen it?
I've seen the first one,
oh.
But she would kill me, and everyone else would kill
me
too.
I wouldn't kill you. I mean, I could see where the production value could go up, but
I just thought the whole movie's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
No, you know what made me mad though? Divergent. The first one was okay, but the second one they totally didn't stick to the book at all, and it drove me nuts. I have beef with that. If you want to talk about it, let me know in the comments. I will go off on that. I have beef.
Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give us a subscribe. Yeah.
Give us a subscribe, yes.
Yeah, give us a subscribe. Like the video, comment down below. Well, this is what I usually say. Comment down below with anything we could change, do different. you have any suggestions that aren't in here, which they probably are, let us know.
Yeah, if you have any cool ideas that aren't life-threatening, well, even if they are, we'll still take them. But
or anything with spiders, don't put them in.
Everything with spiders.
Or heights.
Everything.
They probably won't hear that.
Yeah.
Because it echoes in. It's quiet. But anyways, share it if you want. Check out our own channels.
I have one and he has one. You should check them out.
I'm pretty sure we'll put everything at the bottom.
Yes.
And you can follow us on our various social media that you can follow us on. For me, I have Twitter. Definitely follow me on there. And if you can find my Tumblr or my Ask FM, go ahead.
It'll be linked below. I know what they are. So.
Darn it. And then for you?
Everything. Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Ask FM.
Except for Facebook. No Facebook.
No Facebook.
That's more personal, family, friends.
Yes.
So unless you're a family or friend and we actually aren't.
And you happen to not be friends with us already.
Yeah, then definitely let us know.
Yeah. Anyway, so we will see you in the next video. Bye!
See ya.
오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이